Hello and welcome to this Chessodoro game review. This was a 10+5 game between around 1000 level guys on chess.com. Student is playing black and he wrote to me, "This is the game I'm absolutely not proud of. This is the one we need to analyze and reduce the number of such games where I managed to lose while having an overwhelmingly winning position." Well, I think all chess players had these heartbreak games at one time or another, yeah, when totally winning just to blow the game and even lose it. I certainly had plenty of those, but we're here to learn from mistakes, yeah, and actually these type of games, even if they are very painful, are the best learning material, I think, if you carefully look at the mistakes. So let's go, yeah. E4, E6, French defense, F4. It's kind of rare line. Of course, the main move is D4. So after F4 you played D5, good move, yeah, countering in the center, typical French move. And now opponent made a weird move, E takes D5. So this move doesn't make any sense to me, because now after your capture, F4 pawn sticks like a sore thumb, yeah, out in the open. Doesn't make any sense. He needed to keep this pawn pair together, and E5, for example, is the move. Then theory continues, yeah, but black is fine. He can maybe put the knight later here, gain the center, yeah, game continues. Or at least he could just try D3, maybe offering some endgame, yeah, and play like this. But ED5 definitely not a good move. You took back with the pawn. Of course, you don't want to take back with the queen to get hit yeah, by tempos, yeah, but even this would be playable because of this weird F4 pawn, ED, yeah, you get the center, you open the bishop, and now another weird move by white, C4. Instead of developing, he's just pushing pawns, yeah, and weakening his position, so he should just play something like knight F3, yeah, just keep developing. Maybe G3, bishop G2, yeah, after knight F3 to make sense of this pawn. What is it doing here, yeah? So C4, knight F6, knight C3, yeah, you keep developing. And knight C3 was already a strange move because it can hit by tempo, yeah, you didn't play this in the game. You had a nice chance here. You played C6, which is okay move, but D4, always look for tempo moves, yeah, in the opening. If you can drive the pieces back, gain time, yeah, usually these moves are most of the time very good. So here he would even engine now sacrifices the pawn like this just to keep developing, yeah. If he goes back after D4, like, what is this move, yeah, then why did he play knight C3 at all? And now we can even play D3. Such an idea usually is dangerous because our pawn might be lost, yeah, when so deep in enemy lines, but we can just defend it with bishop F5. Other bishop can come here and we have big attack here, I would say, yeah. Even queen E7 is threatened sometimes because you now control E2. So C6 you played, okay, D4 and bishop D6. Yeah, just keep developing, good move. Actually bishop B4 is a bit stronger and better placed. So the idea is basically, if you see an active move, yeah, like developing, try to spot maybe you can play more, even more actively, yeah, like this, bishop B4, because it's better placed here. You make a pin, yeah, looking for the most active move. So for example, and we can blow up the center since we're leading a bit in development, yeah, we're a bit far ahead. So game could continue something like this, yeah, and you have some initiative with black. He has double pawns, yeah, maybe they will get exchanged, but this F4, again, this is downside, yeah, of his previous ED5. This F4 doesn't make sense at all, this pawn, yeah, sticking out like that. So okay, you played bishop D6, knight F3 cancels, bishop E2, and now queen C7. Here I want to talk about another important moment. You see, when his bishop moved, we have a typical move here, usually in many openings, yeah, very typical one. Whenever this bishop moves and he protects some pawn, we can take it, and basically he now has to make two moves, yeah, with his bishop instead of one. So we kind of win time by doing this. And we can continue, yeah, aggressively, something like this. And keep developing, yeah, keep finishing development. Maybe we'll open the game, yeah, for the bishops and so on. So DC, you had a better move here. Queen c7 is fine as well, not a mistake, yeah, just some improvements, moves, yeah, I'm showing. So, and the white is sacking this pawn. I don't know, maybe he missed it. He should have just protected this pawn somehow, yeah, maybe knight e5. Then you can still use this idea, yeah, of capturing and winning time. And nice counterplay for black. This knight looks good here, but this structure is kind of a bit unstable. Maybe we'll go c5, maybe prepare this c5, yeah, in future protect b5, then go c5, and this knight will be exchanged, yeah, or driven back somehow. Okay, castles, you took the pawn, and he went for this active knight e5, but you dropped the queen back. Also fine if you want to gain time, yeah, is queen e3. Again, good idea to spot these active moves, yeah, checks, captures, threats. Whenever you have active moves, usually they are good to calculate. So queen e3, and you gain time to do something else next move, yeah, while he's moving the king. So queen h6 also fine. He exchanged here, but he's down a pawn now, yeah, so I'm not sure what does he have for the pawn, yeah. Okay, he is activating the rook. But now, and you made a good move actually, knight c6, just bringing the pieces. Yeah, some pieces are still not developed. He might be going here with the rook, yeah, so you're just bringing the pieces, closing the file. So, but about the time situation in the game, yeah, you took like a minute to think here, and you were already down to 3 minutes, yeah. This was like 10 plus 5 rapid game, so an opponent had 5 minutes, so already a time trouble, yeah. You need to increase your tempo of play. Usually 10 plus 5 is a very quick time control. In over the board in real life it's very fast. Even I can compare it to blitz even, yeah, because like you play opening and already you're kind of in the blitz, like 5 plus 3 or something, yeah. So online of course it's faster, yeah, play. You have more time compared to over the board, but still, maybe play longer time controls, yeah, if you're lacking time. Maybe 15 plus 10, for example, would be a good control. Because you need to allocate the time, yeah. Don't think on clear moments too much. Like, if it's a natural move, yeah, don't think too much. Think only in critical situations, yeah. You have like these pop-up like 3-4 times per game, yeah. Then you take more time to think. So, knight c6 was a good move, and but you wasted too much time on this move. So you had, if you don't know what to do, just make normal move, yeah. Don't take too much time, because this time control time is a big factor. So BC, you said I had a very clear advantage from the opening and in the middle game. Yeah, I agree. You are just now a pawn up, so need to consolidate, yeah. So, and now blunder happens. So opponent probably just missed that this rook is hanging, yeah, that your queen is protecting c6. So why these blunders happen? Yeah, they totally like miss your defense, yeah, here. And how to train, yeah, to reduce this type of blunders, yeah. Here opponent made, yeah, but we can learn ourselves how to reduce this type of blunders. I would advise go on chess.com, yeah, or maybe other sites, and solve custom exercises, yeah, not the main tactics, like every tactic available, yeah, in one go, in one session, but choose the hanging pieces and defense themes, yeah. On chess.com you can find this, and solve these type of collections, yeah. Then you can improve defensive ideas, yeah, not blundering your own pieces, and when opponent blunders the pieces, yeah, how to take them. So I hope that will be useful, yeah, and try to make it a habit, like before playing a session, yeah, you can solve like for 15 minutes or something, however time you have. Okay, so he blundered the rook, and now you're totally winning, yeah, but you cannot relax in the game, yeah, and also you're in a bit of a time trouble, yeah, so that plays an important factor here. So what would be the plan to win this from this position? Yeah, I would just start exchanging pieces. Already I see this move. Yeah, start to exchange the bishop, then the rooks, possibly the queens. Yeah, at some moment. So you don't want to make a drama out of it. Yeah, you want to win boringly because you're up just a rook. Yeah, so you don't need to risk anything. Yeah, you just need to keep exchanging. So bishop d3. Now I played queen h6. Maybe, yeah, careful about the king side, but here already you can start exchanging. Yeah, his active attackers, active pieces. So every exchange brings you closer to victory. Yeah, so queen h6. He tried to kind of attack. Yeah, but he's just... And now a6. Yeah, totally unnecessary move. No need for such moves. Just go activate the pieces. Yeah, this rook is not doing anything, so why not put him on the line? Yeah, and you want already to go here and exchange. Yeah, you see, we follow our plan. We don't care that he's moving. Yeah, where is he going with these pawns? I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, it will take million years for him to put these pawns, yeah, closer to, and even then we protect, yeah, the last rank. So we just keep exchanging. Yeah, follow the plan. Okay, a4, rook ac8. Yeah, now you went for this. Maybe opponent spotted, yeah, that you want to exchange. But now he lets activate your queen. And here again, you kind of panicked a bit. Just, yeah, this rook isn't doing much. So just exchange this rook. Maybe make a bold hole for the king, yeah, just to not get back rank checkmated. And keep exchanging, yeah. No need for some attack creation. Yeah, we want to win boringly when we're especially up a rook. Yeah, so we don't need any dramatic stuff. Okay, now you played here, and now we're very low on time, like half a minute left. But remember, this is like increment game, so not 10 plus 0. Yeah, otherwise you would probably lose on time from here. Yeah, if you're not careful. But 10 plus 5, you still shouldn't lose like on time. Yeah, you're up, being up a rook. Queen b2. And now here was the panic blunder, yeah? You say, first I sacrificed my rook and gained no compensation, and then let him move his pawns and finally promote. So yeah, for me it just seems clear panic blunder, yeah? You don't know what to do and you just sack the rook. But of course, we just don't want to give away the rook, yeah? We just exchange it, yeah? Why sack it? Just exchange it. So... yeah, just, or even just if you don't see this move, yeah, just retreat the rook, yeah, somewhere, so he doesn't capture, yeah. So a bit of a panic. So, but still, even according to engine here, black is a bit better, but of course not so clear anymore, yeah, since he has those passers if he defends somehow. So here you're already in complicated situation. You need to make good moves, yeah, to use what black still has. Here another like exchange could happen, yeah, you see, this is like a tactical exchange because we are threatening two things. For example, takes, and now we're probably winning with black because his king is so terribly exposed. We don't want to exchange queens, we want to come in with the rook and basically checkmate him either here, yeah, something like this. So bishop f5. Yeah, here it happened, yeah, very low on time. He has like a minute, you have just 15 seconds and so on, so playing on increment. But you shouldn't lose this, I think, still. So queen e5, queen c3 was better, yeah, going after the pawn. b6, queen h5, threatening mate. And here I think the final mistake of the game. You exchange queens, which basically lost the game. So game losing mistake. Not understanding maybe the situation or panicking, yeah, low on time. So under no circumstances, yeah, when your only counterplay was with the queen, you should exchange queens. Here you can just go like this and keep harassing him, yeah, with the queen. He always has to watch out for his weak king, and because he has to watch out for the king, he cannot pay full attention to these pawns, yeah, to promote. So you have big counterplay still here. Messy game, so it's not losing here, yeah, but after queen h2 it is losing. So because now white is winning, because you have no counterplay, yeah, now his king is safe, and these connected passers decide the game, because there is just absolutely no way to stop them. Here he could have just went for this idea, b7, a nice tactic, just giving everything on c8 and promoting, typical pattern. But he made couple more moves, won the pawn, but still, yeah, these pawns are going through, no way to stop them. Yeah, nice move, blocking any sack opportunity, and yeah, we are losing here. You lost. Okay, so very dramatic game. Yeah. And conclusions would be, opening was terribly played by white with his ed5 and then c4. Let's look at these weird moves. Yeah, and then he played c4. Makes no sense to me. Like seems like white doesn't know opening principles at all. Yeah, like develop pieces. Yeah, don't make too many pawn moves. Second thing, you had some improvement moves like d4 and bishop b4. So let's quickly rewatch this. Yeah, after knight c3 you had this tempo move. Then you had, instead of developing bishop on d6, you had more active bishop b4. Just some improvements, yeah, but these were not mistakes. And opening, according to your level, you played well. Opening, just some improvement ideas, yeah, for future learning. Third thing, had a pawn up, and when opponent blundered a rook, they needed just to start exchanging pieces to win the game, yeah. So it's like in football, yeah, when one player is giving red card, yeah, and out of the game, you had like 11 versus 10, and then you just need to simplify it down to 2 versus 1, yeah, and 0 versus 1. So this is like comparison to chess, yeah. So you need to simplify and exchange as much as possible to win boringly, yeah, when you're up in material. Okay, if you have like opportunity to attack, then you can go for it, yeah, but usually we want to win boringly without any risk when we're up so much in material. Like here, just needed to start exchanging pieces, like bishop a6, exchange rooks, exchange queens, yeah, and just win. You will be like full rook up after all these exchanges. So okay, and panic blunder, yeah, with rook g3 happened. So this is like a time trouble induced probably blunder, yeah, but at least always don't try to like make these sacks without any reason, yeah. Here just panicked, just protect the rook, yeah, somehow at least go here, yeah, if you don't see anything else, or yeah, do something, yeah, go here, maybe exchange, yeah, if you don't spot this move. Okay, and what was the finally this queen h2 blunder, yeah, not a blunder, just mistake, not understanding, I think, the position that you need to keep the queens on the board, yeah, that is the only chance for counterplay, yeah, when the queens are gone, he's just winning with these pawns. Okay, so very instructive game, many takeaways to learn from this, yeah, but the main one is probably try not to get into the big time trouble, yeah, don't waste too much time on simple moves. Only think when in critical positions, like 10 plus 5, I would practically think in a game like for 3 or 4 moments, yeah, big moments in the game when you need big decisions to make. Other moves should be kind of flowing, yeah, like in similar to blitz, I would say, even, yeah, 10 plus 5. So maybe you need a longer time control, yeah, to practice more, if you can allow it, yeah, if you can allow the time. But the biggest probably takeaway when winning big time in material, yeah, try to simplify, try to exchange everything you can, basically, yeah. So I hope that helps, and we'll see you in the next game, yeah. So thanks for watching, bye bye.